and welcome back to Triple Gaming with me, Fletcher. And welcome back to Warthunder, and today I have a special video for you all. This is 10 kills with 2 tanks. Before we get started, don't forget to give us a like and subscribe for more Warthunder content. And today's tank in question, one of the two at least, is this. It is the one, the only, the tigertank. The legend of the Second World War, its formidable armour and formidable gun gave it quite a legendary reputation, and this is going to be the first vehicle I'm going to be using today as we get started. And this video is going to be about using heavy tanks, throwing their weight around, but also adapting to changing circumstances. And I've even got a few new camera angles here. We have the gun view here down the 88mm barrel of this Tiger, and the round is, we're going to get started very quickly racking up the kills as we come around this warehouse. There's going to be 3 targets on the hill at our sort of 2 o'clock position, and we're going to spot the first one in a second as I come around this tree line, fire, and there is the first kill straight through the Israeli Sherman. Kill number 2 happens quite quickly after. I'm aiming at this T-34 in the distance, and in a minute a French light tank is going to pop around, and there we go, kill number 2. And now I need to take out this T-34-85. He is a danger to me. He takes a shot, but his shot simply gets eaten by the wall and he dies to the next round. So let's have a look at this in slow motion, that lovely 88mm round shot there. And this gun is horrific, and this Israeli Sherman has not the armour to withstand a direct impact straight into the side of the hull there, and there's ammunition behind that piece of hull, so he's immediately killed, offering very little. Now you can see there the 2 allies behind him. In a minute we've switched positions. I'm going to take another shot at the French light tank here in the background. There we go, there he is down and out as well. T-34 takes that shot, gets eaten by the wall, and there goes my 3rd round. 3 kills with 3 rounds. Not bad going, but I am in danger. There's an 88mm half track here, the flak bus coming up, and behind him is an assault gun armed with a very big howitzer, and I don't realise he's there until I pop up past this wall, take a shot. My round bounces off the front of the assault gun, and unfortunately his round does not. If we have a look at this lovely kill cam here, his shell goes straight through my front plate, killing all of my crew. Before I respawn in a tank, however, I decide to take out a bomber since I've earned access to it, and I'm immediately under fire from enemy aircraft, which unfortunately doesn't go too well. As you can see, flames, and then off goes my tail, and I think that stops my aircraft being an aircraft. However, before he's been able to kill me, I've been able to drop my payload of bombs here. You can see just at the top of the screen in the middle, and down they go, and that scores me another 2 kills on these vehicles I've been waiting down there. And so we're in our next tank, and it's another heavy tank. This is kind of like a mini Tiger. This is the KV-1R, which I have featured before in its Black Bear skin. And I've been able to see in the map down in the lower right hand corner that there are actually enemy units at our spawn zone. So I turn direction. Instead of going up the hill, I head down to the spawn site here to help help the folks fight off the enemy attack. There's this guy here. I take a random shot and killed that Tiger, which I was very surprised at managing. Let's have another look at this from a different direction to see how I've managed to do that. Here I am coming down from the top of the screen, just behind this wrecked building, and the Tiger tank here, who's been fighting off my enemy, my allies who've been spawning in, he rolls backwards. I take a shot, there we go, with the 75mm gun on this tank. It's a very effective gun, maybe not as powerful as the 88, but still very effective. And my shot actually passes through the trees, hits this fence, goes through the fence. It's no longer visible, unfortunately, once it hits the fence, and it passes quite quickly the distance between the fence and this Tiger tank, strikes the Tiger tank basically between the tracks and the top of the hull, and it goes up in smoke, and we have this the new wonderful explosion physics that Warthunder introduced in the last patch, that wheel are bouncing away and that tiger is down. And we're switched to gun view now. As we come round the corner, there's another Sherman. He takes a shot, I take a shot, I set him on fire. His shot actually tracks me, disables me. Luckily my reload is faster than his, and he is a goner as well. Let's have another look at that from a different angle. So we can see here there's the first shot, and you can see down in the lower left hand corner he tracks me. There's my fire shot of his, and I go straight through his front plate with no difficulty. And this is what playing heavy tanks really allows you to do. You can throw your weight around. Too often I see people in Warthunder, they play heavy tanks and they just sort of sit at the back doing very little. I always prefer to sort of go up close and brawl with them. You've got the armor to protect yourself, and some people can be kind of scared if you come round a corner and see a tiger tank or a KV2 or something like that barreling down towards you. The psychological effect of these heavy tanks kind of being quite aggressively played can win matches and fights. And here we flanked the enemy, a shot into another Israeli Sherman, and in a minute another shot, 7 seconds, into the side of that Porsche Tiger, and that's 2 more kills. And just like that, we've won the center and we've protected our spawn. So let's have a look at this in slow motion again. The first shot from myself going underneath this bridge, there we go, and into the side of this Israeli Sherman. These Shermans are actually very dangerous vehicles. They've got very effective guns, so it's good to take them out whenever you can. But side armor is very weak on them. And again here, the Porsche built Tiger, the same people who make sports cars now. This is the Porsche design for the Tiger tank, which was never seen in combat. But again, straight through the side armor of that as well. 2 kills within 7 seconds. And I continue rolling along in this KV-1R. This is actually not a fully German vehicle. The gun is German, as is the turret, but the actual hull is of a Soviet KV tank. So it's kind of the best of both worlds. You have the very strong KV hull with a very good gun. And I take a shot from the side there, the enemy T-34, I think, in the distance, who manages to get a shot just into the engine block, and it damages my engine, stops me from rolling around. But we're quickly back mobile. He doesn't get a kill shot on me, and I decide that since the enemy gave us a bit of a spawn camping earlier on, we're gonna go and spawn camp them now. It's not a very gentlemanly tactic, but in Warthunder it can be very effective. I'm just going to break down this wall here. With the engine so damaged, we're not at our top speed, but I don't particularly want to waste time in fixing the damage to the engine, because that's going to be about 30 seconds. I see someone moving to my 2 o'clock, but unfortunately don't manage to get a shot into him, so I continue rolling on towards the enemy, who are pretty much in disarray now. We're at their spawn zone, they've lost the center, their tickets are depleting quite quickly, as you can see by the top of the screen. And I'm just basically going to sit here with the rest of my team, preventing them from escaping. I'm not entirely sure what I'm doing here. I think I'm questioning maybe about whether to travel somewhere else. But the enemy spawns in a tiger tank, and we are just basically playing Russian roulette with our team to see who gets the kill. We need to wait for spawn invulnerability to die off. 2 shots. I think the tiger tank spawn invulnerability just ends now. There we go, through the side plate, into the ammunition behind it, and that tiger has exploded. And that is basically the end of the match. 10 kills with 2 tanks and a bomber, but mostly the kills through the tanks. And that is really the joy of playing heavy tanks, throwing them around, using the armor, using their guns, shrugging off shells, and absolutely owning pretty much anything that you come in contact with. If you like this video, don't forget to give us a like and subscribe for more content including Warthunder. and more Jurassic World Evolution 2 content from Triclaw Gaming. And until next time, stay safe and goodbye.